Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a little Ulta haul. Ulta recently had 20% off and it included prestige brands, which sometimes they'll put out 20%, but then prestige brands are excluded. So whenever they come out with these 20% coupons and you can use it on anything in the store, it's very exciting. And so I wanted to get a few things. I may have gone just a tiny bit crazy, but I'm really excited. So let's just jump right in. So I opened the box just to make sure that everything was in there, but I promise I didn't really open anything. The first few things that I got are from Dose of Colors, and Dose of Colors is one of my favorite brands. I love their liquid lipstick formula. So when they came out with two new colors, I knew that I had to get them. These are the two colors here. One is in Talk is Chic, and the other one is Sweet and Sassy. So let's take a look at these. I was especially excited about Talk is Chic. It looks like a really pretty berry color, which is great for this time of year. I love their packaging too. It's very sleek. And I find that even if some of their colors don't look that great because they're too light or something like that, which honestly, I'll wear any of their colors, but you can mix them really well before they dry down. And they last super well. They're really comfortable as far as, like, you know, a dry liquid lipstick goes. So I love this brand, and it's really great that they're now available at Ulta. So this is Talk is Chic. I'll swatch them both for you so you can see. Oh, that looks so pretty. Oh, really gorgeous. So they're both really pretty, but like I said, Talk is Chic is definitely the one that I'm really excited about. So you can see here, I don't know if the lighting is great, but Talk is Chic and Sweet and Sassy. And then I also got one of their new eyeshadow palettes. I have the Baked Browns and Marvelous Mauves. They are 5-pan matte eyeshadow palettes, and they're fantastic. I love them. The formula is really great. The shadows are really pigmented, a little bit powdery, but that doesn't really bother me, but they blend super easily. Just did my nails a little bit before, so I don't want to mess them up. Okay, here we go. So they came out with two new ones. They came out with Sassy Siennas, that's this one right here, and Blushing Berries. Now, I wanted both of them. I probably wanted Blushing Berries more than I even wanted Sassy Siennas. Unfortunately, by the time I placed this order, Blushing Berries was sold out, so that stinks. But I was able to get Sassy Siennas, so I'll have to kind of wait on Blushing Berries. But nevertheless, I was still really excited about this one. I mean, they're just really gorgeous colors. And the brush that they include is actually pretty decent. You can see those colors right there. Really great colors for, you know, I mean, now it's not fall anymore, but for even winter time, really nice colors. And the berries one looks really pretty too. But I'm sure that, you know, I'm gonna love this as long as it's the same quality as the other ones. So I will swatch a few of these colors. Why don't we just swatch all of them? Why not, right? Okay, so I'll start from that side, and then I'll put the last one on my thumb. And I'm just doing one swipe. Yeah, they feel exactly the same as the other ones, so I'm excited. Oh yeah. Oh wow. See that? I mean, gorgeous colors. And they even stain my fingers a little bit, which is a good sign. Next, I got a couple of new concealers. I'm running pretty low on one of my concealers, so I figured to try a high-end one and a drugstore one. So I've tried both of these before, so none of them are actually new, but I just haven't used them in a while. One is the ever so popular Tarte Shape Tape, but this is in the shade Light Neutral, and I've tried this a couple times, and I just haven't been able to really find my right shade, and I think that this one is gonna work well for me. The thing about this concealer is that it is very high coverage, and it can be drying, so a little goes a really long way. I think, you know, you see people on YouTube just slather this on, and unless you're like 18 years old, I just don't think that that's really a good look. Even if you blend it out with your beauty blender, I just think if you use a tiny bit of this, it'll work much better. I think that this shade is gonna be a lot better for me. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a good shade. You can see that there. Very high coverage, feels nice. So I'm excited to try that one again in a better shade. then the other one is the Maybelline Age Rewind. This is in the shade Light. This should be a good shade for me as well. And I remember really liking this concealer. It's been a long time since I've tried it. And you know, sometimes it's good to go back to old favorites and see how they work out, because you know, if you haven't used them in a while, you kind of don't remember how they worked, and you know, maybe you don't like it as much as you used to. So I'm definitely really excited to try this again and see how I like it, and see if I like it as much. Now, the only thing I don't like about this concealer is this sponge tip, which it's sealed, so I'm gonna have to open that later, but you can see it has a little sponge tip on it, and I just don't like that. It feels really unsanitary and just, you know, just gets messy and yuck. I do remember this having a great formula, so I'm really curious to see how I like this now. I'm making a mess over here. Oops. I've got all this trash now. The next thing that I got are some face masks, some sheet masks, and I love sheet masks, especially as a busy mom. Sheet masks are so easy because you just take them out of their package, you slap them on, you leave them on for a little bit, and then you just peel it off, and usually you just can kind of pat in the excess, and then that's it, you're done. It just makes it so easy to apply and to remove. Sometimes you wear these masks and it's just such a pain to take off once you're done. And these are just so easy. So I got a few because, you know, with the sale, it's kind of nice to do that. Even though most of the time, I mean, some of the higher end ones can be expensive, but most of the time they're not super expensive, but you know, it just adds up, you know, the price adds up. So the first one is the 7 Wonders Mediterranean Olive Brightening Mask, and I've gotten this one before and I love this one. This is one where I immediately see a difference after I take this off. My face does look brighter, my skin looks brighter. So I love this one. I haven't had it in a while, and I'm excited to give this one a try again because I really enjoyed this one. The next one is by Karuna. I think that's how you say the brand, and it's the Clarifying Face Mask. That's this one right here. It says it's for problem acne skin, which isn't always my issue, but sometimes I have breakouts, and so it's kind of nice to have a sheet mask that will help me, you know, if my skin is kind of acting up a little bit. So I'm excited to try this one. I like this brand. I don't think I've tried this specific one though. And then the last one that I got is by Leaders, and that's another brand that I love, their sheet masks. And this is a 2-pack one, which is nice. And this is the Pore Refining Mask. So again, you know, that'll be really nice when my pores feel like they're kind of clogged up. I'm excited to try this one. The next thing I wasn't really planning on getting, even though it's been in my Ulta wish list for a while because I've heard a lot of good things about it, but this is the Butter London Glazen Eye Gloss. This is in the shade Spark. This just sounded like the most interesting shade to me. Now, like I said, I wasn't really planning on getting this just because, you know, it's something that I'm interested in, but you know, they're a little bit on the pricey side and I just didn't really need something like that right now. But if I could get it open, what a pain. I hate when they do this because I don't want to like screw up the packaging completely, but I am, and that's just the way it goes. The reason why I ended up buying it this time is because, I mean, of course, you know, there was the sale, which was great, but this was also half off. So I kind of, I mean, I couldn't really resist. It was, you know, it was something that I've been wanting to try, and it was like, you know, 20% off of the 50% off price. So it was just, it was a steal. I had to try it. And this color is sort of like a bronzy champagne color. Now I've heard that these are really interesting because it's a really weird formula. Yeah, this is so weird. It's like putty. Can you see it like jiggles a little bit? Isn't that weird? That's so interesting to me. But apparently, you know, once it sets, it really, really sets. So I'm gonna take just a little bit off of the lid to kind of swatch it. Wow, that looks really pretty. Yeah, see, that's a nice color. It's sort of a goldy champagne color. That's nice. And I just figured this would be a good shade for me to try out because I could, you know, get a lot of use out of it. But I'm just curious. I'm really curious to try the, to feel what it feels like. Yeah, it feels really interesting. So definitely excited to give this a try and see if it lasts as long on my eyes. You know, I have pretty oily eyelids, so it'll be good to see if this, you know, doesn't crease on me at all. Speaking of oily eyelids, I really wanted to give this a try. I've been wanting to try this for a while. This is the Milani eyeshadow primer. And the reason I'm really interested in this is because if you are a watcher of Emily Noel, like I am. And if you don't, you should. She's amazing. But she talks about this constantly. This is all she uses. And she's tried a million products. And this is her favorite eyeshadow primer. So I don't know that she has particularly oily eyelids, but that's why I'm interested in it, because I want to see if it holds up on my eyelids. And I don't know that it says that it's in the shade Nude, but I kind of feel like when she puts it on, it doesn't really cover up your veins and your discoloration like I usually prefer, but I still wanted to give this a try because, you know, if I'm wearing eyeshadow and it covers it up, I may not care as much, especially if it works. So, you know, it's a very inexpensive drugstore one. So I'm just really interested to try it. Let's see what it looks like. So it definitely has a nude color, but it just might dry down clear, you know, or sort of invisible the way that the original Urban Decay one does. Yeah, it seems like it will. It has a little grittiness to it. I don't know if that's just because it's been sitting there. Yeah, it kind of disappears a little bit there. But I'm still gonna see how it works. Like I said, I may not mind that as much, you know, if I'm covering up my lid with eyeshadow, you know, that it doesn't cover everything up. So we'll see. I'm gonna give that a try. And then the last two things are from the brand Catrice. So the main thing that I wanted to get was this Glam mascara. I'll show you. This is what it looks like here, because Nicole from Young, Wild, and Polished talks about this mascara as being her favorite. So I'm really interested to see how it looks on my lashes. Again, I think I've mentioned this. I use Revitalash, so I do have pretty good lashes now to begin with. So, you know, I don't have to be quite as picky as I was before. My lashes are now very long and they stay curled pretty well. But there are still mascaras that look better than others on my lashes. So I'm curious to see how this one holds up, especially against my favorite Chanel one that's pretty expensive. And I was only gonna get this, but they had like a buy one, get one half off kind of thing, which I think that she had mentioned that they very often have that. So I figured I would try another one of their products that Nicole had talked about. And this one is their Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder. And this says that it's waterproof and that it's transparent. So this might be kind of nice if I want to set my makeup, but I don't want to have any extra coverage and I just want something to set my makeup. So it feels pretty nice and smooth. So we will give it a try. I'll have to see. I will keep you posted on that. I got a few samples, which is nice, so let's just see what we got. I mean, their samples aren't usually that great, and they're not like, you know, point perk kind of things. They're just free samples, so, you know, I shouldn't really expect them to be anything that great, but let's just see what we got here. So we have a little sample of the Clinique Moisture Surge, which is a great moisturizer, so I actually might use that. And then, oh, only 2 samples. Really? That's it? I thought that they gave you 3, but whatever. Anyway, so this is a sample of the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer, which I never did try. And, oh, they give you 3 shades, which, I mean, you know, they're giving it to just everybody. So they have fair, medium, and deep tan, which none of those would work for me. Maybe if I mix fair and medium, I could kind of get a custom shade and see if I at least like it. But I'd be interested in at least trying this out. So we'll see. All right, everyone, so that is what I got from Ulta. I'm very excited about some of these things. I think that I got a good assortment to try. I will make sure and film a haul update in a few weeks or so once I've given everything a good try to just let you know how everything worked out for me. So let me know in the comment section below, have you bought anything from Ulta lately? Did you purchase anything during the 20% off? Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you will give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Definitely make sure and follow me on social media so that you don't miss anything. And I really hope to see you next time. Bye.